In 1985, a Costco executive walked into the office of the company's co-founder with a warning. The hot dog and soda combo, selling for $1.50, was losing money. As beef prices climbed, every unit sold was bleeding cash. The solution seemed obvious: raise the price to $2. The co-founder's response became a legend inside the company. He told the executive, "If you raise that hot dog, I will kill you." That was 40 years ago. Today, while fast food combos across America have climbed past $10 or $12, that same hot dog and soda still costs exactly $1.50. Costco refused to move the price by a single cent. This pattern of losing money on purpose extends to these rotisserie chickens. Priced at $4.99 since 2009, the company's own executives confirmed that Costco loses between $30 and $40 million every year on this single product. Costco pulls in hundreds of billions in annual revenue and is among the most profitable retailers on earth. These massive, persistent losses are a calculated choice, part of a disciplined system designed to change how you perceive value the moment you walk through the door. Most retailers use loss leaders to get customers in the door, but Costco takes this further, categorizing these food court losses internally as a marketing expense. Instead of paying for traditional TV commercials, they buy your loyalty one hot dog at a time. There is a specific mental math that happens the moment a shopper puts a $5 chicken in their cart. They begin to weigh that extreme value against the $65 membership fee they paid just to enter the building. Because the chicken feels like such a significant deal, the annual fee stops feeling like an expense. It feels like it's already paying for itself. That feeling of value establishes a sense of trust. Once you believe the company is on your side, you are far more likely to drop your financial defenses as you head toward the main aisles. Inside the warehouse, the logic of a normal grocery store disappears. There is no predictable grid, no neat aisles organized by category, and no signs telling you where to go. Retail analysts call this the treasure hunt. By constantly moving product locations and removing signs, Costco makes it impossible to shop efficiently. This forced wandering funnels you past high-ticket items you never intended to buy. You might come in for milk, but you're forced to walk past 42-inch televisions and patio furniture sets. The disorientation is a carefully calculated tactic. Every minute you spend lost in an aisle is another opportunity for an impulse purchase to land in your cart. Compare that experience to a typical big box store, which might stock over 100,000 different products. You're often faced with 15 brands of ketchup or a dozen different soaps. Psychologists call this choice paralysis. When a shopper is faced with too many options, they become overwhelmed. They hesitate, and they often walk away without buying anything at all. Costco eliminates this by making the decision for you. You will usually find only 1 or 2 bulk options per category. In fact, Costco limits their entire inventory to just 4,000 items. This limitation gives Costco massive leverage over its suppliers. Brands know that if they want to be the single option on the shelf, they have to slash their wholesale prices to the absolute minimum. By restricting what you can buy, Costco removes your hesitation as a shopper, while simultaneously forcing suppliers to fund their lower prices. All of these tactics connect to form a self-reinforcing loop called the Costco flywheel. It starts with the loss leaders, the hot dogs and chickens that act as the bait. These deals build the trust required to get you wandering through the warehouse, where the layout and the lack of choice drive massive impulse purchases. That high volume creates the supplier leverage needed to keep prices at rock bottom, which brings in more members and keeps the wheel spinning. But if the food is a loss and the products on the shelves have razor-thin margins, where do the billions in corporate profit actually come from? Costco's true profit engine is the membership fee. While the goods on the warehouse floor are sold at moderate margins, the vast majority of the company's operating income comes from the annual fees paid for this small piece of plastic. The $1.50 hot dog, the maze-like aisles, and the lack of choice work together for one goal. They create the psychological environment that makes you renew your membership fee year after year. In 1985, a Costco executive walked into the co-founder's office with a warning. The $1.50 hot dog and soda combo was bleeding cash. The executive proposed raising the price, and the co-founder responded with a legendary threat to his life if he ever touched that number. 40 years later, while fast food combos across America have climbed past $10, Costco's food court remains frozen. That hot dog still costs exactly $1.50. Further inside, the rotisserie chicken stays at $4.99, a price held since 2009. Costco's own executives confirm the company loses between $30 and $40 million a year on this single product. This chart shows the contradiction. A company can lose millions on purpose for decades and still generate billions of dollars in total profit, ranking as one of the most successful retailers on the planet. The math only works if you view Costco not as a traditional grocery store, but as a highly engineered psychological ecosystem. Once you pass the registers, the warehouse floor begins. There are no neat categories or predictable paths. One week, the electronics are on the left. The next month, they rearrange them to the back of the building. Traditional supermarkets use a predictable grid designed for efficiency, placing milk in the back to ensure you walk past other essentials. Costco breaks that efficiency. By making the layout unpredictable, they force you to wander past items you never intended to buy, from patio sets to protein bars. This is the treasure hunt strategy. Because product placement is temporary, members feel they have to buy an item now or risk it being gone by their next visit. That physical disorientation is a feature designed to replace shopping hesitation with immediate impulse purchases. While a typical big box store stocks over 100,000 different products, Costco carries only about 4,000. This limitation removes choice paralysis. When there is only one brand of paper towels on the shelf, the burden of comparison is gone and the shopper moves faster. Carrying only one or two brands in a category also gives Costco massive negotiating power. Suppliers know that being the single brand on that shelf guarantees an enormous volume of sales. To secure that spot, manufacturers are forced to slash their prices to the absolute minimum. That leverage creates prices competitors cannot match, reinforcing the customer's belief that every visit to the warehouse is a financial victory. You see the results of that leverage in the Kirkland signature brand, which appears on everything from olive oil to men's clothing to car batteries. Many Kirkland products are made by the same name brand companies that produce premium versions elsewhere, but they arrive on Costco shelves without the marketing markups and licensing fees. This private label strategy protects Costco's margins while building a habit where members buy the store brand without hesitation. This brings us back to the $5 chicken. Costco treats the losses on the chicken and the food court as marketing expenses, placing physical proof of value directly into the shopper's hands. Every dollar saved in the cart serves a single purpose. It provides the brain with the math required to justify the entry fee. At the registers, the warehouse floor ends and the subscription business begins. That $65 membership card is the company's real product. With over 120 million members worldwide, Costco collected over $5 billion in fees recently. Because the infrastructure is built, these fees have almost no overhead. Membership alone accounts for 60 to 70% of Costco's entire net profit. The company maintains a 90% renewal rate year after year, bolstered by an executive tier that offers cashback rewards. Once a member calculates that the rewards will pay for the upgrade, the higher fee feels like an investment rather than a cost. This recurring revenue is locked in before the year even begins, allowing Costco to ignore the traditional retail struggle of chasing margins on every single item. Costco's success shows that loyalty is not built by squeezing every cent from a transaction. By trading millions in visible losses on a chicken for a 90% renewal rate, they've built a model where the customer is happy to pay just for the right to shop.